Your grocery bill is not the reason you're not building muscle. Your protein choices are. Most people think a high-protein diet requires salmon, steak, and a shelf full of supplements. That belief is costing you gains, not saving you money. Here's what actually works. Eggs sit near the top of every cost per gram protein ranking, delivering roughly 6 grams of complete protein for pennies each. Canned tuna and canned chicken follow close behind, shelf-stable and ready in seconds. Dried lentils, black beans, and chickpeas cost even less per serving, and when paired with rice they form a complete amino acid profile almost identical to meat. Cottage cheese offers a slow-digesting protein called casein, which feeds your muscles for hours instead of minutes. Chicken thighs, bought in bulk and frozen, undercut chicken breast on price while barely changing the protein content. Plain Greek yogurt, powdered milk, and basic whey concentrate round out a list that can hit 150 grams of protein a day for a fraction of what most fitness influencers spend. So what happens if you skip this and default to processed, low-protein convenience food instead? Your body starts pulling amino acids from somewhere else, your own muscle tissue. This is called muscle protein breakdown, and without enough dietary protein to counter it, your training becomes maintenance at best, decline at worst. You lift hard, you show up, and the scale barely moves in the direction you want. Frustrating, right? Here's the scientific reframe. Muscle growth depends on a process called muscle protein synthesis, which is your body's construction crew building new tissue from amino acids. Stuart Phillips at McMaster University has spent years studying exactly this question: does protein source matter as much as protein quantity? His research consistently shows that total daily protein intake, spread across multiple meals, matters more than whether that protein came from a $20 steak or a can of beans and rice. Now here's the sports science deep dive. Your muscles respond to a threshold, roughly 0.4 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight per meal, needed to meaningfully trigger synthesis. Below that threshold, extra carbs or fat won't compensate. Above it, more expensive protein doesn't add extra benefit once you've already hit your target. Here's the counterintuitive part. Combining plant proteins, like rice and lentils, can match the amino acid completeness of animal protein, something the International Society of Sports Nutrition has confirmed in its position stands on dietary patterns. You don't need animal protein at every meal. You need enough total protein, distributed well, across your day. So what should you actually do at your next grocery run? Build your cart around eggs, canned fish, legumes, cottage cheese, and bulk poultry. Track your total daily grams before worrying about the source. Split your intake across 3 or 4 meals instead of one large dinner. Batch cook lentils and rice once a week, boil a dozen eggs at a time, and keep canned tuna stocked as a backup meal that takes zero prep. Small habits like these turn a high-protein diet from an expensive plan into a sustainable one. Remember that sharp claim from the opening: your grocery bill was never the problem. Your strategy was: hit your protein number consistently, using the cheapest complete sources available, and your training finally has the raw material it needs to turn into real muscle. Subscribe to FitLab for more science-backed ways to train smarter without spending more.